We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey Star Wars fans and action figure collectors, fresh out of Kessel Run here in Collectibles, Jedi Temple Guard. He just arrived in my hands today. Did come in just yesterday, so everyone else who pre-ordered should have theirs on their way. And yeah, very quickly get it into your hot hands. Yeah, very excited about this one. I did get two. I had to get two. Got to have two guards. We're very excited to finally have a Jedi Temple Guard in the collection. I never got the 3 3/4 inch version, which sort of came out around the Rebels sort of 2014 era, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that was just, for whatever reason, it just didn't show up down here in Australia, or if it did, I was completely oblivious and did not find it, and yeah, it was very short-lived. But number 20 from the Clone Wars, very excited for this one, like I said. Yeah, this is just a awesome looking figure. And yeah, like I said, had to get at least two. I think I'll settle with two. I think I'm good with two. Yeah, artwork on the side is really cool. Dig that. Dig that. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Jedi Temple Guard, an ancient, honoured heritage within the hallowed halls of the Jedi Temple, was the role of the Jedi Temple Guard. They carried imposing, thick, double-bladed weapons that produced a rare and distinctive yellow blade. Yeah, there's quite some quite cool lore around these, and you know, seeing the outfit as it is here, it's definitely taken a. I wonder whether I assume when they started designing the Jedi uniforms for the High Republic era, and even some of the more ornate stuff in the Acolyte, and you know, thinking of Dagan Gera from Jedi Survivor. Surely they would have drawn on this sort of white gold, sort of light tan aesthetic of the Jedi Temple Guards. So yeah, I'm going to just switch straight over to my open version. Here he is, very, very nice. And yeah, like I said, here is the lightsaber, which in itself has got a little bit of a, you know, old-timey sort of, some an ancient feel. It's like some of the designs for the lightsabers from the High Republic, sort of the publishing series, have this sort of vibe, and it's cool to sort of see that continuity continue, and you know, one of the Jedi legacies that sort of live on into the prequel era. So yeah, obviously you can see that's got a peg on it, and yeah, it does peg onto the belt there, which is nice. First I thought it was going to be a little bit tight, but it really does. So it's just snug, sits snug right under the arm there once you line it up. So yeah, it's very, very well done there. The fact that it's, you know, I was a little bit worried. There was, I think, one of the Darth Mauls, you know, it was a little bit of a tough fit, just because it's a little bit longer in one area. You kind of had to tilt it back a little bit, which you can, absolutely. You know, that's not even a bad thing there. You can have the arm sort of down over it. But yeah, very, very cool. And yeah, the sort of shorter blades. And they're just on a nice straight peg, so you can peg them just straight in. Slide in and out, no little stud or anything. And yeah, I don't think I ever realised that their blades weren't as long, but that's really cool. So let's get a close-up look here. So yeah, the paint applications are really nice and clean. And yeah, you'd hate to get one that was a little bit off. You know, there's always going to be very slight imperfections, and grateful because I don't. As I've looked over my figures now, not really seeing any imperfections, which is great. Definitely improved. Love that sort of older looking Jedi crest. Like that could be even older than the High Republic, as far as we know. Looks great. And even on the sleeve there. So I'm just trying to determine whether this is multiple layers here. And it is. So that's cool. So just go down to the belt. And yeah, I don't recall what these are meant to be. Sort of some form of charm. They kind of remind me of keys. It's like these are Keeper of the Keys, you know, or the Jedi door keys. I don't know. I got no idea. I don't recall. I don't recall ever reading about them or anything like that. So you know what I'm going to do after the video is do some research. But yeah, loving the different layers of, you know, the tans and the browns and the creams. You know, the sleeves are a different colour to the gauntlets and the gloves. You know, even in the torso there, there's sort of a darker beige. Multiple different layers. And then even the soft goods, which looks fantastic. Nice sort of straight cut. I didn't even realise it was soft goods when they revealed it. I thought, wow, that looks nice. And then it's yeah, soft goods, just a sort of paint seal around the edge there. It just sort of sits really nicely. So well done there. And obviously on the back, you got that sort of split in the back. So it doesn't hinder any articulation. Obviously you're going to have a little bit just because of the soft goods, but I don't know, for mine, this is probably just going to, more than likely going to spend time just sort of standing on a shelf in a sort of pretty static position, which is fine. I'll get them down and pose them up when I'm messing around, but for display they'll just be on sort of on guard, doing what they do. But yeah, just such a cool look too. Yeah, really digging this guy or girl. They're meant to be anonymous at the time of duty as a Jedi Temple Guard. So yeah, really nice. So in terms of the articulation, got a ball joint in the head and or double barbell in the head. You know, it's a little bit, obviously it's a little bit stiff getting in and around the hood, but it's fine. A ball joint at the bottom of the neck, which again just allows for a little bit of movement there. Ball hinges in the elbows. You've got the butterfly joint in there too, so to allow that sort of back and forth movement. Ball hinges in the elbows. Ball and socket in the wrists, so much like the new Anakin Obi-Wan, they've got the ball and socket, so that's nice. Definitely appreciate that change in technology for the Black Series. Get a ball and socket there in the waist. You've got the barbell upper thighs. Ball hinges in the knees. So there's a little bit of extra plastic in the mold there. I'll have to, you can just sort of see that in the knee. It's not hindering, so thought there might have been a little boot swivel there, but there's not. No, there's not, because it's sort of hidden. The joint sort of goes into the boot there. That's all right. You got ball hinge in the ankles and the rocker joint in the foot too. You know, these will fit on a KR stand very nicely. So there we go. There we have him. I'd love to see a fight between these guys and like Magna Guards. I think that'd be sick. I reckon that'd be a really cool duel to see. So I may have to do it with my figures. See, another fantastic addition to the Black Series. Really excited about this one. Hopefully we get a 3 3/4 one. I'd love to add a 3 3/4 inch Jedi Temple Guard to the collection. I think that'd be absolutely awesome. And yeah, kind of wants me to go and watch those season 5 episodes again. Jedi I knew too much, and you know, the framing of Ahsoka Tano from Barriss. Speaking of Barriss, that's going to be my next review, so stay tuned tomorrow. I'll be looking at Barriss Offee, and it'd be nice to reunite her with Luminara. So stay tuned for that one. I hope you enjoyed this one. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you again very soon for some more Star Wars action figure reviews. Until then, may the Force be with you always.